Hi, and welcome back to the challenge. Today, we're going to do our pranayama. We've done some pranayama before. Prana is the life force energy that moves through your body. And when we practice pranayama, we're practicing increasing our body's capacity to move prana through it. One of the ideas that I like about pranayama is if you think about, wait, I think I already talked about this. Yeah, I already talked about this. Like if you wanted to, you know those new cars, the electric cars, the Teslas, how you have to plug them in, but you can't just, you have to buy like a new electrical panel, a better electrical panel to plug in the Tesla because it's so much energy it's gonna like fry your electrical panel, right? So that's how pranayama is. You don't want to just gonna like start like taking all these gnarly pranayama breaths because you're gonna fry out your electrical panel. So over time, we have to gradually increase the body's capacity of prana. Well, how do we do that? We do it by holding physical poses and staying calm and breathing deep. And then by having a separate practice where we focus on expanding the lungs and taking that lesson from the physical practice where we aren't straining, etc. Today's practice, we're gonna work on finding our prana pump. You're gonna need a strap or a belt or a TheraBand if you have one of those like elastic bands from when you sprained your ankle and you had to do physical therapy on it or something else, whatever you have one of those for. You're gonna take that band, belt, or whatever, put it around you to the base of your rib cage, right where your diaphragm is. That's how you say it, right? It's got the G in it. The G isn't silent, is it? Okay. All right, so take this right at the diaphragm, right here at the bottom of your rib cage. And then we're going to practice feeling how our prana pumps in our body. You're going to feel your breath print. So you got to have it kind of tight to where you're going to get feedback, but not so tight to where you can't breathe. Otherwise, you're going to end up with all the same issues of the women in the Victorian era with the hysteria, and Freud will prescribe all sorts of crazy stuff for that. Okay, so let's sit up straight and tall, and then I'm going to recommend a little lift for your butt because of the tendency to slouch. We don't want to be a slouch. Very important to get the spine upright so we can balance our energy centers over top of each other. Okay, now with your eyes closed, I want you to take a full breath and just notice how you expand into the strap. So for example, when I take a breath, the breath naturally moves in my left side better, which is interesting because my right side tends to be the side that kind of contracts and gets weird. Like when I'm surfing, I compensate from it, and then my right side lower back tends to have problems as a result. So anyways, one of the things that I practice now is more consciously breathing into the strap so I can open up the right side. And that's what I want you to practice too. Just become aware of that in today's pranayama practice so that when you're doing the physical poses, you'll know like, oh yeah, I tend to always breathe on this side more, breathe in the front more. We tend to push from this part, from the front of the ribs to take a deep breath, and we want to instead breathe more into the ribs evenly. So let's just practice that now. I've talked a lot. Let's practice breathing, feeling the expansion of the rib cage evenly for 5 breaths. Sit up straight and tall. Slow, steady breath in through your nose. Keep drawing the breath down towards your strap. And as you exhale, feel the ribs move back in and down evenly at the same rate. You're allowing the ribs to expand as you breathe in. So you get a nice even flow and fill into the strap. And as you breathe out, again, ribs moving back in and down evenly. A few more times. Now notice if you're straining at all, if there's any worry or uptight feeling, just stay calm. Do less if that's starting to creep up. Be kind to your body as you're learning to rework how it moves. Don't force, don't push. Then open your eyes and just notice the feeling of doing the diaphragmatic breathing. It should be soothing, calming. You might feel really relaxed but energized at the same time. Now the next practice that we're going to do is a Viloma inhalation. So we're going to do a 3 parts breath on the inhalation, and you're going to imagine that you're breathing first into your bottom rib ring, then into a middle rib ring, then into a top rib ring. You'll pause, hold it, and then let it all out, smooth and even. Here we go. Eyes closed. Breathe into the bottom rib ring. Breathe into the middle rib ring. Breathe into the upper rib ring, keeping the jaw, shoulders, tongue relaxed. And let it all out. Then let's integrate a few pauses. Inhale, bottom rib ring. Pause. Middle rib ring. Pause. Upper rib ring. Pause. And let it all out. Now with an ujjayi breath. 1 ujjayi breath in, just regular ujjayi. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bottom rib ring. Middle. Top. Let it out. One more time like that. Stay calm as you hold. Then open your eyes. Let's ground the energy now. Lie down for Shavasana. Now, I'm not going to put this on the video for today because, I just want you to do this practice on your own, but I'm going to encourage you to do just a long Shavasana today to practice meditation on your back. So ideally, you want to start to cultivate a seated meditation practice, but initially it's a good idea to just lie on your back for meditation, and we're going to practice just feeling the energy in the body. So you can, if your lower back starts to pain you when you try to lie flat, you can put your knees up on a chair or a cushion under your knees or something like that. But we're going to try to I'm going to encourage you to spend 5 to 10 minutes in Shavasana on your back, and you're just going to practice emptying and feeling the sensations in your body. So emptying emotionally, physically, anything you're holding, letting go, and feeling as you let go how much space and connection there is to the feeling of energetic flow in your body. And this is a great practice to do when you're feeling exhausted and you have more of the day to go, when you feel yourself like you feel a cold coming on, you feel your immune system needs strengthening. This is a very strengthening and healing practice to do. Don't do it while you're at work though, like in the middle of your office, because people are going to think that you're insane. But if you can find a place, a quiet place to go or something throughout the day to do this little practice, you don't have time to practice any yoga, but just a little shavasana practice can be very powerful. So I'm going to leave you here to do your shavasana practice. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button per usual. Leave a comment below after you're done with your shavasana practice. Let me know what you found in it. And also, what you thought of doing this diaphragmatic breathing. Oh, I really like to know which side. Did you notice that you were a one-side breather more than the other? It's going to be amazing how many of us tend to breathe more on one side. Okay, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.